Alrighty guys, this is Niko, and in this video today we have a guy who made 1 million with Facebook ads in 2024, launching a new online store. So let's see what are the lessons he has to share. Let's see if those lessons are legit, and let's see if we could take away something for our businesses. He goes and says, what I have learned from making 1 million in 2024 with my newest online store. On on 15 January, I launched my newest online store. I have done it several times before, but it always feels like you're doing it for the first time. However, this time there was a significant difference. Our AOV for a new project was 2,500, a substantial leap from the usual $60 AOV. So this time the guy didn't went after a product that cost $60. He went and sold a product that is considered to be really expensive for the e-commerce. Like most of the e-commerce store, they're gonna sell t-shirts, shoes, and products that are under $200. But this time this guy went for a high AOV, $2,500. On day 3, we celebrate our first sale, and by the end of January, our revenue had reached an impressive $65,000. And by the so in 1 month they made 65K. So I'm not sure if this is the case. In the first lesson, we learned that the Shopify payment account had been closed and almost all the money was frozen for 120 days because we were growing too fast. So please make sure you have multiple payment provider accounts ready. From what I know, the only two that I have available for my country that are decent are PayPal and Stripe. So I'm not sure Shopify payment account. I'm not sure if this is something different, but you can integrate PayPal and Stripe with Shopify. If you don't want to pay a lot of money for Shopify, I'm not sure how much it costs, but I don't really like Shopify. I prefer WordPress. You can use WordPress to build your store. It's going to be much cheaper. You can integrate with WooCommerce. You can charge Stripe, you can charge PayPal, and you're good to go. Now I have 3 different payment providers and we're prepared for every next surprise. Of course, we had cash flow problems because they froze our money for 120 days, but we still needed to send our products and pay everyone. So always make sure you know where to go and ask for money. Prepare your possible investors or loan givers so you can one day come. Okay, what is this guy saying? So he spent money on ads, he made some money back, but the money they actually got locked up in Stripe or PayPal or some other payment processor. So the money, so he took loans to pay providers, etc., people who bought the product, shippers. I'm not sure the whole stakeholder picture, but this is how it looks like. So he says big growth requires big resources in e-commerce, and I agree. If you want to grow a business without money, you need to be very resourceful. When I started my business, I had nothing. I had $0. I didn't even have a decent laptop. So when I started, I was like in a very bad position. But when I start scaling, I need to invest a lot of money into advertising. I need to invest money into content team. I need to invest money into tools, into like hiring people. So scale requires money. Scales require money. If you don't have money, how do you scale? You scale through work. You scale through content, organic content. However, organic content takes time. So ads will be the best way you could use to scale any business. And this is, and I don't say it because I'm just a like Facebook ads guy. I don't say it because of that. I also say it because I've tried different ways to get customers for my personal business, for my agency. I tried cold outreach, I've tried publishing shorts, I've tried publishing Twitter stuff, I've tried doing like short videos on Instagram and Facebook. I'm doing this channel for like 3 years. It's gonna be 3 years in September. So by the time you'll be watching this video, I'm publishing videos on YouTube for 3 years. And the best way, the fastest and most reliable way to get clients for any type of business is running paid ads, right? Running Facebook ads. And I've tested it. For me, this is the case, right? I cannot say otherwise, right? If it was otherwise, I would be getting the clients otherwise. But I run ads and I make YouTube videos. And in the last 2 months, I'm not sure, maybe like 3 to 5K on Facebook ads, and I got two clients, 2 or 3 clients, right? However, I've been doing videos for 3 years. Out of the videos I've been doing, I'm not sure if I got any clients, right? So Facebook, extremely, extremely effective. Happily, we had a Stripe account and switched to them. So we continued growing. In February, we closed with 311K in revenue. In March, we closed with 229K. But then we saw a huge problem. Our AOV was going down from 2,656 in the first quarter to, so it goes like down by 300 as far as I get it. That was messing up everything, so we were starting to lose money, and it took us a few months to find the problem. So basically, the AOV dropped by 300 and they started losing money. So it went from, let's say, 2,700 to 2,300, and they already started losing money. So this is insane. This is insane how like a lot of businesses operate with thin margins. So even though for e-commerce this is considered extremely high or average order value, the business was breaking even or losing money, right? Our product comes in different sizes from small for 1,500 to our biggest order for 10K. For every business, you can attract people ready. Oh, I pressed something. Let's get back to it. Okay. For every business, you can attract people ready to buy bigger products and have more money. Of course, some customers can afford your product, so they take the smallest possible option and use pay later option to get it. We mostly think that depends on the business, but that's not true in this example. So what's the problem? Why do people want to spend less money and use more pay later option? Why do we attract customers without money? From day one, we've been testing 10 new ads every week and scaling this as fast as possible. But at one moment, we were so focused on scaling ad spending that we didn't check what kind of ads were overtaking our ad spend. So the biggest spenders for April and May were buy now, pay later, and ads with minor variation of our product. Okay, what is this guy saying? What is this guy saying? A lot of people are using the pay later option. This is something that I believe you could integrate with your payment provider, but I'm not sure people buy it from credit through credit. I'm not sure how it works. So pretty much people, when you sell something expensive, like 80% of the people won't have the money. Regardless of what you say, a big chunk of the people won't have the money for your product. And this is just the reality. It's funny because people will find money for like smoking and drinking, but when it comes to investing in themselves, buying something good for them, they don't want to spend the money. So pretty much everybody has endless amount of money for something, right? I have a friend who likes drinking. He works like a very low paid job, but he always find money for alcohol, right? He always find money for alcohol. For a whole month, he could spend, let's say, 200-300 euros on alcohol. But whenever, if he needs to pay $200-300 for an online course, he doesn't have the money. And this is funny how human psychology operate. So the way you can do it, the way you can market your products would be to position them as a painkiller, right? And this will work. People spend money on painkillers. People don't spend money on vitamins that much. Imagine this scenario. You're with temperature, right? You're with temperature. You're like almost feeling very, very bad. You're lying. And the only thing that could solve your, let's say, could heal you would be to get like a Theraflu or whatever it's called. So you go and you take the Theraflu. And if you know that the Theraflu will help you immediately, you'd spend pretty much all the money you have right now. If you're dying, you're going to spend all the money on the Theraflu and you won't even think about it twice. So this is how you need to position your product, and you need to position your product this way through a decent marketing. Here we don't talk superior marketing. We talk about just decent marketing, just like marketing fundamentals. I'm surprised how many people are missing the marketing fundamentals. And this is why I started this channel, because I go on YouTube and I see all these gurus and they're talking about just click this to optimize your ads. It always works, but it never does work because you're missing the fundamental, right? You're missing the fundamentals of marketing. All numbers were going up, but from the ads, we found that we started advertising a bigger version of our product and ended with a smaller one. And that was eating all profits and success. This brings us on the next lesson. Always check and try to understand what kind of customers you will attract with your ads. Whenever whenever you plan to launch a new product, this is my process for launching new products. And I think it's like very, very good process, because before, when I try to launch a new online course, the first way I do it, I don't do the add to cart button. I do book a call funnel, book a call application funnel, and I talk to people. The first thing I do is talk to people. And once I talk to people, then I create the marketing materials, and I create my marketing materials based on what people tell me. For example, when I launched my Facebook ads online course, right? First of all, I wanted to do a service. I wanted to do it as a service. So so I did the most common agency funnel, book a call, high ticket funnel, whatever you want to call it. And people came to the calls and they started asking me questions, right? They started asking me questions. And I answered the questions and I asked them a little bit more questions. And it was a lot of back and forth communication. And based on the answers they gave me, I created my funnel. And it was working, it was converting. Whenever I start first, whenever I think, oh, this is gonna work, and I build it, it doesn't work that well. You need to talk to people first. You need to find a way how to talk to your customers. You need to talk to people. You need to talk to the people who actually have interest enough to spend money on a product. You need to talk to people who are busy, but they'll talk to you on the phone for 30 minutes because they're interested in the product or the solution you have to offer, right? Extremely important marketing lesson fundamental. And here's the big problem. I'm going to explain to you what is the big problem, because I don't think you understand it. The big problem is we are scared to talk to people. We just want to do the marketing stuff. We want manager, we want to click create new campaign, we want to like do the duplicate, we want to do the fancy stuff, we want to play with our little laptops from Starbucks, drinking our like little iced latte, not talking to anybody. But this is not how you get good in marketing. You get good in marketing by talking to people, and based on what you hear, you transform this into a marketing message. You just package it a little bit sexier, a little bit simpler, a little bit easier, so it could reach people in a more efficient way. And here we talk about efficiency, because right now attention is expensive, and we want to be able to reach people efficiently without wasting their time, without wasting their attention, without wasting our money. Because when we spend ads on the platforms, we're wasting money. If we don't know what we're doing, of course, it could be a very smart investing strategy. That's huge working scale, because you want to spend more to make more, but don't create a monster spending money on the wrong messaging or picture them harm your business. If you don't know who you're talking to, you're gonna spend money on the wrong messaging. That's just the case. Period. You need to be clear about who your customers are and what they like to see in ads to make a purchase. Consider creating a full funnel audit, which means bringing everything to the customer touchpoint on the whiteboard to find where your message is off. This guy brings the point about messaging, right? Messaging. You could have like two phones, right? One of the phones is Android, one of the phone is Apple. Arguably, a lot of people will say iPhone is the better phone. Some people will say Android is the better phone, whatever. But it's so how people perceive your product, and you can break people perception through positioning your product. So think about those things. Pretty much here on the internet, like we're trying to sell exactly the same thing. For example, I sell Facebook ad services, I sell YouTube ad services, I sell one-on-one consulting, coaching, and a lot of people are selling the same. How I'm different? I'm just myself. This is how I do it. So if you could use a brand and if you could inject it in personality, this will already give you a huge competitive advantage. It's gonna give you huge competitive advantage. Some people will say no. For example, I know not everybody will like my videos because I have the weird accent. People don't know if I'm Italian, if I'm Greek. I'm Bulgarian though. So they don't know, but I don't care about those people. I only care about you, the person who is watching this video to the end. This is why I make this video. First of all, second of all, I make this video for me, right? I make this video for me because this helps me improve my messaging. So one day my messaging will be like very smooth, and you'll be like, oh, this guy is slick. Maybe I'll just like PayPal him like 12K or like 13K, which will be better because I want to buy a new Honda CR-V 2006, turn it into a camper, leave Facebook ads forever, and just live in my car and just enjoy life. Just a joke, man. Just a joke. All right, let's see. This guy says, show post mentor, fake it until you make it BS. This guy is a mentor who wants your money. I'm just curious, what's the product you're selling for like 2 or 3K? Are you selling code Honda CR-Vs? I want to buy one. I want to buy a new Honda CR-V. As someone running a 12-year e-commerce business turning over 10 million, I can say wholeheartedly, without doubt, you're not going to have the time or energy being a mentor. All right, so it's about mentoring. It's about some Reddit drama that I don't want to go into. Is this a guy, fake guru? I don't know. I don't care. Let's see the guy. He has like a cool head. He joined on 28th of May. I had an ex-girlfriend. She was born 28th of May. So yeah, I know this date. Anyway, this guy is making some good point. Increase your AOV. Figure out how to increase your AOV. This is the first lesson for you, the ecom guys. Because the ecom guys, they always like focus on the wrong stuff. The ecom guys are the guys who want to do like the crazy scaling, but they lack the fundamentals the most. Usually the online course guys are the guys who are very like fine-tuned with like the messaging and the marketing. But also they're the ones who make the crazy promises and they struggle with ad accounts being flagged. The second good point that I like is like talk to people. Marketing is all about talking to people. You cannot just be the guy who sits behind a computer with the Starbucks coffee and just like pressing the buttons and like money are flying. Let me show you. You see that money are flying. Imagine that's money. My recording software is not that advanced. This is the only thing I could do for you guys. This is the only video editing you get with me. My videos are raw, honest. I always say the truth, even if I lie. Anyway, I'm having too much fun in this video. The next thing he said is like secure your Stripe PayPal account, have a backup payment provider, and this is just a must. I have Stripe and I have PayPal. This is it. This is what I have. This is what we have available in Bulgaria. It used to be a third world country, but right now we're not a third world country anymore. We're moving. We're slowly gaining confidence among the country. The next thing that this guy is making a point that I like is about fine-tune the messaging. And here I cannot say fine-tune the messaging, so it's like an universal advice. But just think about it. Think about it. What do you need to say so you could attract the person that you want to buy, right? What's the perfect sentence you could say to this guy? What's the best sentence? Imagine this guy is like sitting at a stadium, right? And you're like at the very beginning of the stadium and you look behind the rows and you know that your guy is somewhere. So you can only shout one thing, one sentence, 5 words, and this guy will be like, oh man, that's me. I'm like, I like what you see, right? For example, if I'm sitting at the bottom of the stadium and you're the Facebook ads guy who is struggling with like conversion campaigns, whatever, I can shout out, my CPMs are way too high. And you'll be like, mine are too, And I got you, and I got you, and it's simple as that. This is how it starts, right? Like, imagine you go to a bar, right? You go to a bar and you need to say something to a chick, right? What's the best pickup line you could say? I don't want to teach pickup in this channel. I did it for like 5-7 years, maybe, code approach. It gave me a lot. RSD Owen, I love you. RSD Tyler, come back, please. Come back to reality. All right, man. All right. So you get the idea of this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. As you can see, I'm Niko. I have the yellow shirt. I'm making one video per day. I'm uploading one video per day on YouTube. I'm working on my agency. I'm getting clients. I'm working on clients. I have a baby. My life is crazy. My life is just insanely crazy. As you can see, I don't have time to go to the barber, but I don't really care. I cannot break up my posting schedule. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel because I'll be the realest channel. I'm the realest channel right now. Right now, because I don't say the fake stuff other people say. I just go, I see what real people are doing. I comment what I think about. So with me, you get honesty. You get something real. I don't edit these videos. As you can see, I don't have like 11 like B-roll footage shots. I don't have like images falling from the screen, text. I don't want to keep your attention on the video. If you're not interested, obviously don't watch the video. Go watch some other stuff like Cat's video or whatever you're watching. However, this was the video for today. The only thing I'm gonna ask you for you would be to comment below. Yeah, that's gonna be the one thing I'm gonna ask. Let's try. Everybody comment below. Let's see if this video will get like 9 views. Yep. Thank you for watching. Bye now. Bye. Let me do the fireworks. I know you love the fireworks. Here you go. That's the only effect you get on my videos. Bye now.